Joining me now is Newscorp racing rider and expert Ray Thomas. Ray, hello to you. Happy Cup Day. Let's start with Chris Waller. 5 runners in the great race, including one of the front runners in Buckaroo. How do you like his chances of adding a second Melbourne Cup to his CV?
Yeah, he's had a great spring carnival so far, Chris, hasn't he? He's already won 9 Group 1 races this season. He had 2 majors on Derby Day and he has got 5 pretty good chances. I know a couple of them are at 100 to 1, but one of those horses, Man's Voice and the other Valiant King, are both strong stays. This isn't an overly strong cup, so maybe one of those outsiders could sneak into the minor money, but his best chance is definitely Buckaroo. I've got him in my top 3. Buckaroo's had a great spring. He won the Underwood Stakes. He almost defeated Via Sistina in a Turnbull. Then he came out on a Caulfield Cup on a very wet track and ran arguably the best Melbourne Cup trial, finishing second to Duke de Sessa. He got home really strongly late. There's a slight question mark about him at 3,200 metres, but against that, he's the class horse of the field. He's got terrific weight for age form, and as I said, Caulfield Cup form is invariably the best form for the Melbourne Cup.
Let me ask you about Vauban. Highly fancied last year, finished 14th. How do you like Vauban going into this year's race? Will it be any different?
Yeah, look, there's a lot of noise about him, as there was last year. He started favourite in the Cup last year. It was a hot day, firm track. He struggled from the top of the straight and ran 14th. It won't be quite as hot today in Melbourne, but still a warmish day predicted, and the track will be firm. So they're the only things I just worry in the back of my mind about Vauban. I know he's a tougher season stayer this year. He's been there and done that once. So his form in England, this preparation has been excellent. But the firm track worries me because these European stays, either they handle these firm tracks or they don't. And what Vauban did last year is just stuck in the back of my mind. I think he'll start favourite again. There's a lot of people in his corner. I'd hate to talk you out of backing him, but just what happened last year is just staying with me.
Yeah, those performances like that tend to stick in the memory,
especially when you back them.
Where there's money on the line, exactly right. Last year you had Absurdity in your trifecta. Yeah. Do you have him there again?
I've got him on top this year. I really like Absurd for a couple of reasons. I thought he ran well last year, finishing 7th in the Cup. They probably hit the front too soon last year in the Melbourne Cup. And Kerrin McAvoy, who will ride him this year, didn't ride him last year, is planning to ride him a touch more conservatively. This is him winning the Chester Stakes. This is his most recent run in England in late August. The form out of this race is excellent. He drops a ½ kilo. He's a more seasoned stayer. He had that experience last year where he ran well in the Cup, finishing 7th, I think, with 52.5. Kerrin McAvoy potentially riding for history today, going for his record-equalling 4th Melbourne Cup victory. I'm with Absurd.
It's interesting on Cup Day. You get a lot of, obviously, once or twice a year punters going through the form guide, and you end up looking down, you circled 18 of the horses in the end, convincing yourself that they can all win. So who else do you like?
I don't mind another import, One Smooth Operator. He won the Geelong Cup, and that, again, is a terrific Melbourne Cup form reference. You think of horses like Media Puzzle, American Junior down over the years. What he did in the Geelong Cup too, between the 400 and the 200 metres, he ran 11.01 sectional. That is off the charts for a stayer at the end of a long distance race. So that tells me he's got a turn of foot. He shows he can handle these firm tracks, which is important with these Europeans because, as I said earlier, either they handle it or they don't. It was a dominant Geelong Cup when he's got no weight. That man, Craig Williams, is riding in great form. I think he's a terrific chance, One Smooth Operator.
Now, the entree to the Melbourne Cup at 3 o'clock local is the Big Dance in Sydney at 2:20 in the Harbour City. Take us through what the Big Dance is all about again.
Yeah, it's a terrific concept, and it basically is 35 races that are run throughout New South Wales over a 12-month period. Primarily, most of those are country cups, and you win one of those qualifying races, you're in for a chance to get into the Cup field, then it goes on those horses with the highest ratings. So it's pretty much a Group 2 race. It's a really quality race this afternoon over the famous Randwick Mile. There's horses that have won at Group 2 level competing. It's a really good race today.
All right, take us through your first 4, firstly for the Big Dance, and then I want your first 4 for the Melbourne Cup.
Okay, Big Dance. Well, I've gone with Tabby Time, and Tabby Time's a horse who last start won at Warwick Farm in terrific style, second up over the mile. He won his qualifying race almost 12 months ago, so it's been a long time in the planning for Tabby Time. But Chris Lees has won this race before, and as I said, he's set Tabby Time for the race. Floating's a good each-way chance at big odds. He loves Randwick and loves the mile. Now, the two class horses are Gringotts and Here to Shock. They came out of the Alan Brown Stakes, where Here to Shock just beat Gringotts. They'll be in the finish, but I think Tabby Time is the horse to beat in the big dance. In the Melbourne Cup, I'm going to stick with Absurd, a horse I liked last year to run top 3. He ran 7th. I think he's a better horse this time around. As I said, he's got a ½ kilo less. He handles these firm tracks, and his form in England has been great. One smooth operator, so good at Geelong. Buckaroo, the class horse in the race. And a bit of romance about Zardozi, isn't there? Trained by James Cummings, who's given Zardozi the old Bart Cummings preparation. It's the only horse in the Cup field today to have run on Derby Day. Of course, James trained with his late grandfather for a couple of years before branching out on his own. And Zardozi, wouldn't it be great to see another Cummings name on that Melbourne Cup trainers winning honour roll?
Would be fantastic. One of the great days on the Australian sporting calendar. Ray, always appreciate your time on Fox Sports News. Thank you.
Best of luck to you and to all your viewers on Cup Day, and hope you're back a winner.